My name is David. Welcome to this episode of Blu Advisory. Today we are going to talk about content. Now that we have been faced by the COVID-19 epidemic, you might want to change your business to expand and go digital. But for every digital platform, you have to have the right content. Now, when we specifically talk about content in terms of how it looks, and now I'm referring to the graphical look of the content. Always you have to maintain simplicity. You might want, now that you're new to this, you might want to have all information, but you have to remember one thing: the people who are all on the digital platforms, your clients, have a lot that is feeding within their platforms. So you have to pick out the most important information, such that when a graphic designer is laying them out, the simplicity, the main point about maybe your logo standing out right, and the points on which you want to drive through what you're trying to sell. With social media, we have to have less text, and the image speaks a lot. Like they usually say, image talks much more than the text. So don't crowd the graphics. Have less text, more images, captivating images of your products. Captivating images could be even images that are combined by the graphic designer, but when they're speaking straight to the point on what you're actually exactly trying to sell. Then your graphics needs to pop out, because remember, we are having a feed that keep on every time the customer refreshes, every time everyone who is on social media refreshes their feed, they are getting new content. But what stands out is the communication of how the graphics will end up looking. So it has to be popping out. Regardless of the fact that you are trying to maintain your brand colors, but the way the words are placed matters, the way the designer places the words matters, and the way the colors relate, or the way your brand colors are matched together is very important. And that's what gives the artwork the visual appeal, the graphics the visual appeal, and that's what makes it pop out the right way. And definitely I shouldn't say about having the right content that should be placed in there, but which means that the internet has a vast of resources in terms of images which you can use and all of that things. But always the best thing is, if you're selling products, it is best to have your product, you have a shoot of your product, because it's easier for a graphics person to constantly relate to, in terms of when they are laying out, relate with the juxtapose on other images that they have sourced on the internet, because the resource out there may be vast, but not all that is out there can actually talk directly to your customer. So you have to have the right images, which means that I would recommend that the client, or you as a client, you take photos of your product. You may be used to having the style that you have already played out, and you want to be consistent. But at times you may be consistent, but again you're being bored. You're boring actually the content viewer. So try as much as possible to jump off a moving train, such that there's something new that you're bringing on board, but it looks different, it looks new, it looks refreshing, because people who are on social media always are seeking out for fresh content that will look good. So thank you for taking time to listen and keeping up here on Blu Advisory.